Hollywood's dazzling stage lights cast a golden illusion over Black R&B royalty. We worship their powerhouse vocals and picture-perfect families. But beneath the roaring applause lies a labyrinth of earth-shattering secrets. For these 25 legendary icons, love became an invisible punishment, suppressed by racial prejudices and fame's crushing pressure. They sacrificed their own hearts to survive the system. Prepare yourself, because once the forgiving spotlight fades, these chilling stories of hidden romance and silent agony will permanently alter how you view your favorite musical idols. 25. Bessie Smith. Look closely at a forgotten, rain-rusted window latch in an old Memphis hotel. That cold metal was the only escape route for an earth-shattering secret. In the 1920s, Bessie reigned as a powerhouse, shielded by the golden illusion of a fierce, untouchable icon. Behind this facade, she endured a lavender marriage to a volatile, controlling husband. Her true sanctuary was Clara Beaumont, a quiet dancer who became her forbidden lover. Their romance was an invisible punishment, dictated by racial prejudices and the fatal stigma of same-sex love. Clara even disguised herself as a mere stage assistant just to stay close. When her husband stormed their room, Clara leapt from that very window into the pouring rain, a chilling speculation of what happens when love risks becoming tabloid fodder. In 1937, a car crash became Bessie's death sentence. Clara could only watch her soulmate gasp for air from a shadowed hospital corner. The truth is, some legends take their secrets to the grave, leaving loved ones to carry an unfillable void. Yet, while one empress bled out under a cold southern sky, another towering Hollywood titan was already constructing his own immaculate prison of lies in the Nevada desert heat. 24. Sammy Davis Jr. Hollywood is a ruthless machine, demanding a star's soul in exchange for a place under the dazzling stage lights. For a black entertainer in the 1950s, the systemic blade of racial prejudices was sharp, but the invisible walls built against homosexuality were lethal. Sammy was a true powerhouse, breaking cultural barriers, yet he remained trapped in an agonizing double life. In 1955, he found fleeting solace in Julian Carter, a saxophonist who intimately shared his unspoken pain. To avoid becoming tabloid fodder, Sammy meticulously maintained a golden illusion. He hid behind a glamorous marriage while covertly renting cheap apartments under fake names just to steal moments with Julian. However, fame's crushing pressure is an invisible enemy. When vicious rumors surfaced in 1959, the illusion shattered. Sammy chose the forgiving spotlight, leaving Julian to vanish, his spirit wasting away in utter silence. You can conquer the entire industry, but the system always extracts its toll. As those lonely saxophone notes faded into the cold dark, a different, equally forbidden rhythm began pulsing inside a bustling New York recording booth. 23. Levern Baker. I am the steel mixing board at Atlantic Records. In 1954, I felt the trembling heat of their hands brushing across my sliders. Levern was an R&B powerhouse, shielded by the golden illusion of a glamorous marriage. But here, she and producer Reggie built a fiery romance. They hid their earth-shattering secret during midnight sessions, terrified of the invisible walls of a rigid industry. Exchanging engraved bracelets, they anchored their double life against the merciless foe of public disgrace. When a technician nearly caught them embracing over me in 1960, Reggie panicked, slamming my dials and almost erasing her track. Desperate to avoid becoming tabloid fodder, they parted ways in 1962. My metal knobs have remained chillingly silent since she left. As that studio static finally faded into the ether, a simple silver pocket pen over in Los Angeles was already drafting a much darker, blood-stained chapter of fatal devotion. 22. Sam Cooke. The bullet that shattered Sam in a 1964 motel incident wasn't just a sudden drop. It permanently buried an earth-shattering secret. As he lay gasping for air, his pocket held a silver pen engraved with Evelyn's name, the final remnant of a 6-year double life. Back in 1958, Sam was an untouchable powerhouse, shielded by the golden illusion of a picture-perfect family. Behind the forgiving spotlight, he and gospel singer Evelyn Rose shared a forbidden romance in desolate motels, terrified of public disgrace. A discovered love letter sparked scandalous betrayal rumors, forcing Sam to erase Evelyn to survive fame's crushing pressure. When that fatal trigger was finally pulled, their hidden world vanished instantly. Love is often the most fragile casualty of a stolen life. Out of this blood-soaked tragedy, an entirely different symphony of deception was quietly playing out through the fingertips of a musical genius who could not even see the danger ahead. 21. Ray Charles. At his commercial peak, Ray Charles reigned as an untouchable powerhouse, basking in the golden illusion of monumental success. Yet behind this triumph, a silent predator consumed him, a decade-long double life with his pianist, Mara Jenkins. To dodge the systemic blade and public disgrace, their earth-shattering secret survived only in covert hotels. Ray gifted her a pearl necklace, anchoring them against fame's crushing pressure. The illusion shattered in 1962 when his wife suddenly appeared, forcing a terrified Mara to pose as a lobby receptionist. By 1965, Ray surrendered to his career, leaving Mara with only cold pearls in a music box. Does roaring applause truly matter if your heart is locked in the dark? A forgotten necklace merely echoes one broken soul. Far beyond those confined walls, a nation's raging tear gas was already masking another deadly romantic rebellion. 20. Nina Simone. I was standing in the suffocating heat of that 1962 Birmingham crowd, eyes stinging from tear gas as Nina's yearning voice pierced the chaos. She unleashed raw agony against the systemic blade of racial prejudices. Backstage, amidst the roar, I witnessed the undeniable spark when she met Marcus Delaney, a fierce activist and prime FBI target. To the public, she maintained the golden illusion of a glamorous marriage to a controlling manager. Yet, she risked an earth-shattering secret, sneaking into safe houses to escape the chilling speculation of her husband's hired trackers. By 1970, fame's crushing pressure forced her to flee to Europe, permanently abandoning the man she loved. When the stage lights abruptly snap shut, the loudest anthems end in suffocating silence. Escaping that revolutionary blaze only clears the path for a different kind of suburban tragedy brewing behind Detroit's glittering velvet curtains. 19. Jackie Wilson. It hinged on one fateful choice in 1957, a fan slipping backstage for a simple autograph. That single moment triggered an earth-shattering secret defining Jackie Wilson's double life. As a vocal powerhouse, he was heavily trapped in the golden illusion of a glamorous marriage. Embracing Dolores Carter, a modest bank clerk, birthed a merciless foe of constant anxiety. A green silk tie she gave him was his quiet, desperate rebellion against fame's crushing pressure. Yet, the ripple of that one backstage visit plunged into raw agony when a jealous lover shot him in 1964, instantly shattering their covert sanctuary. A fleeting signature sealed a decade of invisible punishment, proving exactly how fragile stolen love truly is. As the stained fabric of his hidden devotion was permanently packed away, an entirely new tragic rhythm was already vibrating through a touring guitarist's calloused fingers over in Chicago. 18. Etta James. The tragedy of this powerhouse was the invisible enemy festering within her mind. Etta James was haunted by a silent predator long before addiction began wasting away her spirit. Her decade-long double life with guitarist Leroy Blues Thompson morphed into a suffocating psychological cage. Paralyzed by the fear of stigma, their covert rendezvous turned into raw agony. Leroy attempted secret rehab stints, but her internal demons prevailed. She used a glamorous marriage in 1969 to project a golden illusion, yet resumed their earth-shattering secret in the shadows. Her soul surrendered before they finally parted in 1972. A mind destroyed from within leaves nothing to salvage. As her mental war spiraled, a beloved Motown prince was already blindly stepping into his own fatal romantic trap. 17. Marvin Gaye. 8 years of a double life. 1 embroidered silk scarf. Countless nights gasping for air. In 1965, this Motown powerhouse maintained the golden illusion of a glamorous marriage. Yet his reality was anchored in an earth-shattering secret, a forbidden romance with backup singer Tanya Brooks. Just one misstep in 1968, when a label boss found that single scarf, triggered a sudden drop into chaos. To avoid public disgrace, Marvin denied the scandalous betrayal, plunging instead into the silent predator of addiction. 8 years of raw agony dissolved entirely to zero by 1973. When you subtract a man's authentic truth from his soaring success, the final equation always equals a merciless foe. Escaping this Detroit heartbreak only reveals another velvet-voiced idol in the very same city, meticulously wrapping his forbidden desires in impenetrable journalistic deception. 16. Eddie Kendrick. Examine the frayed edges of a hidden leather notebook. That singular object contains the entire anatomy of an earth-shattering secret. In 1967, Eddie was a powerhouse, upholding the golden illusion of the Temptations' immaculate image. Behind the forgiving spotlight, he ignited a double life with journalist Sandra Miles. Paralyzed by the fear of stigma and a glamorous marriage, they communicated their raw agony through melodies scrawled on those pages. When bandmates spotted them in 1970, fame's crushing pressure forced a sudden drop. He went solo, and their bond disintegrated into a toxic romance. The undeniable truth is that ink inevitably fades, leaving only deafening silence. As that diary snapped shut in Michigan, a blinding camera flash prepared to capture a distinctly fatal tragedy down in Georgia. 15. Otis Redding. The icy waters of Lake Monona in 1967 didn't just drown a soul powerhouse. They instantly entombed an earth-shattering secret. Before that fatal plane crash became his sudden drop, Otis reigned under a golden illusion, projecting a picture-perfect family to protect his legendary crown. Yet, his true heart belonged to a hidden double life with photographer Lena Harper. Terrified of public disgrace and fame's crushing pressure, their illicit sanctuary existed only in a quiet Georgia house. After a near exposure in 1965, the grueling tour schedule mutated into a merciless foe, sparking bitter fights right before his tragic end. Death erases everything except the painful memory of what could have been. Amidst those unreleased photographs gathering dust, an entirely different temptation was seducing a legendary lead singer deep inside a seedy Detroit nightclub. 14. David Ruffin. Right when his spectacular vocals carried the Temptations to their absolute summit in 1966, this powerhouse was already plummeting. Shielded by the golden illusion of a flawless public image, he ignited an earth-shattering secret with Detroit club manager Carla Evans. They hid their toxic romance in the shadows, terrified that public disgrace would unleash fame's crushing pressure. Yet, his deadliest merciless foe was the silent predator of severe addiction. Carla fought desperately to save him, but he surrendered to the raw agony of drugs, entirely destroying their hidden bond by 1974. What is the true value of fame if reaching the peak only guarantees a fatal freefall? As his intoxicating high dissolved into tragic ruin, a different musical maestro out west was systematically burying his own secret muse beneath a mountain of timeless romantic ballads. 13. Barry White. To the world, this powerhouse radiated the golden illusion of a glamorous marriage as the ultimate love maestro. Yet, beneath the forgiving spotlight, he hid an earth-shattering secret, a 5-year double life with poet Denise Walker. Terrified that public disgrace would make them tabloid fodder, they evaded the systemic blade in absolute secrecy. Fame's crushing pressure eventually destroyed their covert bond. The public truly knows nothing about their worshipped idols. As those hidden poems quietly faded away, a devastating mental collapse was already tuning its tragic keys over in Chicago. 12. Donny Hathaway. A silent predator destroyed this soul powerhouse's mind long before his 1979 death. Behind the golden illusion of a married, sensitive artist, he concealed an 8-year double life with music teacher Miriam Cole. Terrified of public disgrace, They hid their earth-shattering secret in quiet hotel rooms. Ultimately, the merciless foe of schizophrenia plunged their romance into raw agony, killing his spirit first. As his final melancholic notes faded, another keyboard prodigy prepared to bury his forbidden gospel truth. 11. Billy Preston. Examine the hidden sheet music for Harmony of Us. It holds the earth-shattering secret of a 6-year double life. Billy was a keyboard powerhouse, yet his same-sex romance with gospel singer Andre Wallace faced the invisible punishment of religious prejudice. When threatened with becoming tabloid fodder in 1972, his fear of stigma became a merciless foe. He surrendered to fame's crushing pressure, abandoning love by 1975. The saddest melodies remain unplayed. As these unsung chords faded, another soul prodigy orchestrated a desperate transatlantic escape. 10. Arthur Conley. 5 years, 1 near exposure, 1 flight. These digits measure the sudden drop of this R&B powerhouse. He started an earth-shattering secret with dancer Julian Rhee in 1969. The systemic blade made their same-sex love an invisible punishment. Paralyzed by the fear of stigma, they lived as ghosts. In 1974, fame's crushing pressure became a merciless foe. He fled to the Netherlands, abandoning Julian forever. The toll of glory is a cruel calculation. As his jet vanished, an angelic singer was secretly orchestrating a terminal romance. 9. Minnie Riperton. One fateful choice in a 1970 Chicago studio triggered an earth-shattering secret. Behind the golden illusion of a picture-perfect family, this vocal powerhouse ignited a 9-year double life with composer Calvin Brooks. The ripple of this hidden desire met a merciless foe when the silent predator of breast cancer struck in 1976. As she lay wasting away, raw agony shattered their once unbreakable bond. Her 1979 death sentence finalized the tragedy, leaving Calvin to vanish entirely from the industry. A single hidden mistake proves life's fragile grip. Succumbing to this devastating medical paradox, her angelic high notes faded exactly as a notorious funk king plunged a brilliant choreographer into absolute chaos. 8. Rick James. The industry actively consumes chaotic powerhouses. Behind the golden illusion of an untamed funk king, Rick harbored an earth-shattering secret, an 8-year double life with choreographer Vanessa Cole. The systemic blade of his severe addiction became a merciless foe. Preferring the blinding spotlight, he permanently severed ties in 1986, abandoning Vanessa to raw agony. The ultimate price of legendary status is a ruined heart. Sweeping away the ashes of this toxic empire reveals a glamorous New York stage, where a majestic vocalist was already silently drowning in her own forbidden tragedy. 7. Phyllis Hyman. She chose the raw agony of addiction in 1985, leaving her lover with an unhealed wound. Before this sudden drop, this powerhouse shared an 8-year earth-shattering secret with producer Lorraine West. The systemic blade forbade same-sex romance, morphing love into an invisible punishment. Despite Lorraine's desperate rescue attempts, the fear of stigma prevailed. Trading love for applause always guarantees devastation. As her soaring vocals collapsed, a sensual R&B king was blindly handing his fate to a devoted fan. 6. Teddy Pendergrass. Fans blindly worship the golden illusion of this sensual R&B powerhouse. Yet, he concealed an earth-shattering secret. An 8-year double life with devoted fan and nurse Alicia Monroe. Terrified of becoming tabloid fodder, their love remained entirely covert. A paralyzing 1982 crash triggered a sudden drop into raw agony, and fame's crushing pressure ultimately forced him to abandon her. The public truly knows nothing about the real men behind the idols. As his physical reign ended in a sterile medical ward, another velvet-voiced legend was already quietly tailoring his own tragic romance inside a Harlem fitting room. 5. Luther Vandross. I am the silk thread from a 1983 fitting, binding this powerhouse's earth-shattering secret. He endured a 5-year double life with stylist Darius Moore. The systemic blade made their love an invisible punishment. heavily hidden to avoid public disgrace. By 1988, fame's crushing pressure permanently severed their bond, leaving only a financial payoff. When the final stitch tears, only cold silence remains. While his tailored armor concealed the shattered man, a reigning pop diva was already violently warring against her own blood to shield a forbidden teenage devotion. 4. Whitney Houston. The industry devours queens. This powerhouse was merely a pawn against the systemic blade. From 1980, she hid an earth-shattering secret, a same-sex romance with Robin Crawford. Terrified of public disgrace, they suffered an invisible punishment. In 1987, her mother's brutal intervention triggered a sudden drop, permanently destroying the bond. Glory demands total submission. As her authentic heart was crushed, an electrifying vocalist secretly surrendered his soul to the grueling road. 3. Gerald Levert. Exhaustion was the silent predator consuming this powerhouse. Behind his seductive golden illusion, he harbored an earth-shattering secret, a near-decade romance with tour manager Tasha Bryant. By 1998, fame's crushing pressure mutated their love into raw agony. A deadened spirit collapses first. As his hidden sanctuary quietly shattered, an explosive rapper was already violently igniting her own chaotic, forbidden passion. 2. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. The world eagerly devoured her chaotic tabloid fodder. Beneath this golden illusion, she hid an earth-shattering secret, a quiet romance with producer Kendra Miles. Jealousy and fame's crushing pressure slowly unleashed raw agony. By 2000, solo ambition peacefully severed their bond. We truly only see the fabricated chaos, leaving this hidden heartache behind. An unforgivable systemic nightmare secretly ensnared a vulnerable teenage prodigy. 1. Aaliyah. 14 years old, 15 years old, 1 annulment. These chilling numbers calculate the sudden drop of an R&B princess. Beneath her golden illusion, she harbored an earth-shattering secret, a scandalous betrayal with her mentor, R. Kelly, beginning in a 1993 Chicago studio. The systemic blade of his manipulation became a merciless foe. Their 1994 secret marriage was violently annulled by family opposition, burying the toxic romance in raw agony. Fame's mathematical equation is undeniably brutal. Subtract protection from a prodigy, and the remainder is sheer devastation. Love in the R&B world is never simple. It is an invisible punishment taking hidden memories to the grave. Drop a comment sharing which earth-shattering secret shocked you the most, and subscribe for more chilling Hollywood truths.